this is Richard Quek here. Welcome to another session of my Facebook Live. In today's session, I would like to talk about personal development. And the topic is, do you know the 5 keys to success? Alright, now this is a very, very important topic because I believe everybody is looking for success. Alright, now in fact, success is something that a lot of people are looking for, but the sad truth is that a lot of people are not sure how to achieve it. Alright, but what I want to tell you is that, success leaves clue. That means if you want to be successful, alright, follow people who has done it. Follow people who have been successful as well, and you will follow their path. Alright, so here I'll talk about the 5 keys of success. That means these are the 5 keys that all the successful people in the world, okay, they are applying it into their life. That's why they become successful. Okay, so here we go. Number 1, who do you listen to? This is so critical because the people who advise you are the people who are going to dictate your life. If you look throughout history, all the good leaders, all right, they have very good advisor. That is why they become successful. So advisor is very important. So ask yourself, who do you listen to most of the time? All right, you got to listen to the right people, people who have done it, people who are successful. Now, if you read the book by Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, he says, opinion is the cheapest commodity on earth. Everybody is willing to throw their opinion to you, all right? But for you, if you want to be successful, you got to listen to people who have done it, because if you listen to people's opinion, that is the direction you're heading for. So look at their life. How are they living and so on? Is that the direction you want to head? If you want to, then listen to them. But I believe if you want to be successful, then you got to listen to people who have done it. Okay? So now, you got to listen to yourself. Alright? Who are you listening to most of the time? Who are you listening to? Are these people going to bring you forward in life, or they're going to drag you down? Alright? I give a simple example. For me, when I wanted to author my first book, alright, I didn't ask everybody I come across. I listen to somebody who has authored a book. Alright, so that is why if I want to be successful, I got to listen to people who has done it. Alright, the same thing with business as well. Let's say if you are in network marketing, alright, you want to be successful, you got to listen to people who are successful, who have done it as well. Alright, if you ask the failure, well, that's the direction you are going. Alright, so the first key is you got to listen to the right people. So ask yourself, who are you listening to most of the time? Alright, number 2, alright, what is your teachability index like? This is so important, alright, your teachability index. If your teachability index is high, then your chances of success is very high. But most people, their teachability index is very low. Alright, so let me explain to you what is teachability index here. Alright, now there are 2 parts to the teachability index. Number 1 is your willingness to learn. Now, are you willing to learn? Most people are not willing to learn. They think that they know everything already. Alright, or some people, they learn but they don't take action. But the most important thing, what is your teachability index in terms of your willingness to learn? Now, I know a lot of people outside there, when you tell them, they say, oh, I know that already. In fact, one of the greatest diseases of all time, alright, is, I know that already. Because when they say they know that already, they shut off their mind from learning. Alright, they say that I know that already, you don't learn anymore. That's the end of it. Alright, I want you to listen to the quote by Ray Kroc. Ray Kroc was the founder of McDonald's. He said this, if you are green, you continue to grow. But if you ripen, you drop to the ground and you start to rot. Alright, so you got to be like apple, always green on the tree. But when you ripen, you drop to the ground and you're going to rot. Okay, so you got to be willing to learn all the time. Ask yourself, are you learning new things? Are you reading a lot of books on leadership and self-improvement and so on? Because you want to be successful, you got to be willing to learn. Alright, your willingness to learn. I mean, personally, myself, I spend thousands of ringgit every single month buying things to learn. In fact, every day, I'm learning new things. Alright, because I have the habit of trying to learn new things. Because to me, it is excitement to learn new things. It is a passion for me to know more things. So you have to have the willingness to learn. That's the first part of the equation. The second one is, even if you're willing to learn, the second question is, are you willing to change? What is your willingness to change? A lot of people outside there, they are not willing to change. You know why they're not willing to change? Because they always go back to their old habits. They have been programmed that way. They do things every single day. From the moment they wake up, they do things that are predictable. That means they do things that are predictable. That's why they get predictable result as well. There's no change in the result. So you must be willing to change. Ask yourself, are you willing to change? All right, you say, I want to be successful. But when I tell you, okay, can you attend a meeting every Wednesday night? You say, I'm willing to change. But then when the time comes, Wednesday night, you're giving a lot of excuses. So, oh, I don't think I can attend the meeting. I got fishing, I got badminton, I got golfing, I got all sort of things. You say you're willing to change, but then you are not really willing to change at all. So basically, the second key is you must have a teachability index that's very, very high. All right? So that means willingness to learn and willingness to change. You must be willing to change. All right? Because like myself personally, I'm a chartered accountant by profession. All right? I'm an accountant. I studied for so many years, become an accountant, but today I changed. I'm no longer practicing as an accountant. I'm doing what I love to do. All right? So yourself, all right? You must be willing to change. That's the second key. The third key is what we call the training scale balance. All right? If you see the scale, there are two sides of it, all right? Now, there are two sides to the scale. Now, the thing is that the two sides is the how and the why. All right? A lot of people are looking for the how. How do I do this? How do I become successful? What are the strategies? What are the tips? All right? That is what people are looking for. But the truth is that it is the other side of the scale that is very, very important, more important than the how. You know what is the more important thing? It is the why. You got to find the reason why you need to do something. If you want to be successful, then you ask yourself, why do I have to become successful? Why is failure not an option for me? That means I got to do whatever it takes to become successful. Find a reason that makes you emotional, a reason that will make you cry. All right? Yeah, why must be very strong? Like some people say, oh, I want to help the poor people. I think that's BS because it's not emotional enough. You got to be willing to, be so emotional that it make you cry. The reason could be because of my family, because of my children. I want to take care of them. I'll send them for, higher education, do good education, and so on. Provide for them, and so on. So your why must be strong. So the how is not important. Because you have the why, you will definitely find the how. Okay? You got to find the reason first. Because a lot of people are not successful because they don't find the reason. So that is a training balance scale between the how and the why. Two sides of the scale. So the important one is the why, not the how. Okay? Now, the other thing is that it's important is that your mind, all right? Your mind is so important. Whether you succeed or fail in life, depending on your mind, all right? Now, you must have clarity of mind. That means your mind must be clear, all right? That means you know, and you know for sure what you are looking for, what you want, what is your desire like. So you must have clarity of mind. A lot of people have confusion of mind. Their mind is not clear. Today they want to do this, tomorrow they want to do something else. So you must have clarity of mind. That is so important. All right? Very, very important. The other thing is you must have focus as well. If you don't have focus, well, you don't have clarity of mind, you won't have focus. That's why, a lot of people jumping from one opportunity to another, one program to another. Because why? They don't have clarity of mind, therefore they don't have focus. Focus is so important. If you want to succeed, you got to focus 100% on what you want to do. Okay? Now, the other thing is that, you must have creative thinking. It's important to be creative as well. You got to sit down and think. What can you do to improve your life? It's important. Now, a lot of people don't think. Sad to say, they don't think. They rather die than think. You know what? Most of the time we do, we are going back to our memory. We are thinking about what we ate yesterday, what we do yesterday. That is memory. But creativity means thinking about how to be creative in something. If I give you a bar of steel, all right, it's only a bar of steel. It's worth nothing. But how can you make that bar of steel valuable? So that is creative thinking, all right? You can make into a door stopper, or you can make it into a utensil, a fork and spoon and so on, or you can use it to make for the watches. All right, those parts of the watches which is more valuable. So creative thinking is very important. Okay, now let's talk about mind block as well. A lot of people don't go ahead in life, don't move ahead in life because of mind block. They have block in their mind. All right, sad to say, because of the old programming again. We have been programmed this way from childhood. All right, and we do things without thinking. Most of the time, you observe yourself, you do things without thinking. Why? It has been programmed into your life. Because the truth is that most of us are run by program. You say computer is run by program, right? But the truth is that you and me are run by program as well. We do things because we have been programmed that way without even thinking. Because it has been in our subconscious mind, we just do things without thinking. And that is very sad because we do things without thinking, and most of the time we are heading the wrong direction. Okay? So what is mind block? Mind block, one of the things is because of criticism. Now, criticism is a mind block. When you receive criticism from people around you, that's a mind block. Or when you criticize people, it's also a mind block. So get rid of criticism both ways. Okay? If you are staying in an environment where people keep on complaining, criticizing you, get away from there. Or you yourself can control yourself. Don't criticize other people. Alright? So it's important. Criticism is one of the mind block. The other thing about mind block is overthinking. A lot of people overthink things, The thing is that, things just happen that way. Don't overthink it. A lot of people overthink and get worried for nothing. Alright? They overthink and they get worried. Just accept things as it is and move on. That's all. No point overthinking. What happened if this happened? What happened if this? No. Just do it. That's it. Alright? Like Nike say, just do it. So, no overthinking. Are you with me? Don't overthink. Yes, it is good to take precautions, but don't overthink too much because sometimes we worry for nothing. We worry for nothing because the event will never happen, but we just got worried for nothing. Okay? And the last thing that is one of the mind block is stress. Stress, that's important. And what happens is that when you are stressful, all right, it will cause a lot of health problem because when you are stressful, your hormone cortisol is released and you become, very agitated. You become very angry. So basically, that is what leads to bad health. Inflammation. Because of stress, you get inflammation, and inflammation can lead to a lot of diseases outside there. All right. So basically, one of the problems with mind block is stress, and stress actually you can control it. Okay, be relaxed. Be relaxed. Be cool. All right, which you are in control. All right, your emotion. In fact, you can control your emotion. You can control your emotion. Why be stressed? All right, why be negative? Why complain and so on? So the third thing is the training balance scale. Okay, let's move on to the fourth step. The fourth step is basically the 4 steps of mastery. In everything that you do in life, there are 4 phases of learning. There are 4 steps of learning. To go to mastery, you got to start from step number 1. So let me go through with you very quickly. What are the 4 stages of learning? Everyone will go through this stage, all right? The first stage of learning is called unconscious incompetence. Unconscious incompetence. That means you don't even know that you don't know. Is that sad? You don't even know that you don't know. All right, so that is what we call unconscious incompetence. You don't even know that you don't know. All right, then later on, you come to the next stage, the next step whereby it is called conscious incompetence. That means now you know consciously that you do not know it. All right, that is the second stage. All right, basically a lot of people are here now. They know that, they do not know. Okay, you're conscious about it, but you do not know. Excuse me, okay. Then the third step is conscious competence. That means you can do it well now. Just like playing the piano, all right? You can play it very well, but still you got to be conscious. What are the keys you have to, play, how to move your finger exercise, and so on. Basically, you can do it, but you still have to think. Conscious thoughts still come in. That is the third stage, which is called conscious competence, all right? Now, if you want to go to the last stage, mastery, you got to be unconscious competence. That means you do things even without thinking anymore. Just like the great pianists, they don't even think. They just put the finger on the piano and the finger just moves on its own. All right, I give a simple example here as well. When you first started learning how to drive a car, you got to be conscious, right? But today, when you go into the car, you don't have to think anymore. It is already unconscious competence. And how do you come to the last stage? Can you answer me? How do you come to the last stage? Unconscious competence? It is through practice. Okay? Practice and practice. Repetition, repetition, repetition. Because repetition is the mother of learning. Alright? I remember in school, as a child, they ask you to repeat the timetable. Remember? 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8, and so on, right? So basically, that is what repetition is. Until now, after years, you can do the timetable without even having second thought about it. Are you with me? So basically, if you want to go to the last level, mastery, then you got to do things unconscious. Okay? Unconscious competence. Okay? Now, let's say, I want to give an example in network marketing, all right? You want to do you do the prospecting, right? You do the prospecting. Most people, they have to think about it. They may be good, but still have to think about it, what to say and how to say it and so on, right? But once you do it so many times, over and over and over again, it becomes unconscious competence. That means you will do it even without thinking. That is what we want. Are you with me? So those are the 4 steps to mastery. Are you with me here? Are you learning something? I hope that you're learning something here, all right? And the 5th and last step here, the 5th and final step, is basically, it's called master the basic. Simple. Mastering the basic. A lot of people, they come to me and say, Richard, what is the secret to doing this? What can I do to improve on this and so on? Basically, there's no secret. There's no shortcut. Seriously, there's no shortcut. There's no secret to it, because everything boils down to basic. You don't believe me? Let me give you a few examples. Basic, all right? When you talk about colors, all the beautiful painting in the world, you know that the beautiful painting in the world and so on, they are only consist of 3 primary colors. That's all. Nothing more than that. Only 3 primary colors. And the 3 primary colors are red, yellow, and blue. That's it. No other color. These 3 colors are the 3 basic colors. So it's back to basic. Just those 3 colors. All right. Now, give you another example. Music. All the beautiful music, all the beautiful songs you hear outside there, right? Well, how many notes are there? There are only 7 notes. That's all. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Another octave. All right. So basically, all the songs in the world, all the musical, notes and so on are basically from 7 notes. That's all. Is that basic or not? All right. Now, another example I give you is all the writings in the world, all the books, all the novels in the world. All right. Many. All right. What's the basic? Comes only from A to Z. That's it. There's no more than Z, right? A to Z or A to Z. That's it. So basically, it's all the basic. That's all. A lot of people do not do the basic. They want to look for something complicated, something secret. The truth is that it's only basic. Just like internet marketing, people say, oh, what to do? Well, it boils down to the basic. You need to have a product. All right. You need to have a website. All right. You need to get traffic. You got to automate the whole thing. Those are the basic things, basically. All right. Now, talking about basic, I like this story. All right. I tell you a story about basic. All right. Now, there was this martial artist. All right. He's good at martial arts. Then he wanted to improve himself. He went to a kung fu master. All right. He said, Master, can you teach me your martial art or not? All right. The old man said, yeah, of course. Then the old man said, I'm going to teach you how to punch. Then the young man said, oh, Master, I know how to punch. I don't want to learn that. I want to learn the complicated stuff. The complicated stuff. And then the master asked him, can you punch? All right, put a candle in front of him and say, can you punch and stop 1 inch before the candle? So he was, eager, and then he did it. He put a candle in front of him, he punched, and 1 inch before the candle, he stopped. Wow, he was impressed with himself. And then the master said, very good. Now let me show you what is a punch like. So the master put the candle in front of him this time. So the master punched the candle, all right, and 3 feet before the candle, the master stopped. And what happened? The candle blew off. The candle blew off 3 feet. And then he was shocked. He said, oh, Master, how do you do that? Well, the master said, you got to learn the basic, how to punch. All right, when you can do the basic well, then you can move on to other things. All right. Now, another example I want to give you is Bruce Lee. This is what Bruce Lee said, all right, which is very important. Bruce Lee said this. I'm not worried about the 1,000 kicks you practice once. I'm not worried about the 1,000 kicks that you practice once each. Because 1,000 kicks you practice one time for 1,000 times, right? So 1,000 kicks. But I'm worried about the one kick that you practice 1,000 times. Does it make sense? That means repetition and repetition and repetition, you become master. That is what mastery is about. Alright, I hope that you learned something here, my friend. Alright, it's a very important topic, and I really hope that you learned something here. Let me summarize for you. Alright, do you know the 5 keys to success? These are the 5 keys that can lead you to success. Number 1, who do you listen to? Very important. Number 2, what is your teachability index like? Number 3, what is your training balance scale? Okay, training balance scale. And number 4, the 4 steps to mastery. Remember the 4 stages of learning. And lastly, you got to master the basic. That's all. Alright. Really, I hope you learned something here. If you like what you hear and see, please feel free to like, to share, and to comment. I appreciate it very much, because don't forget, social media and Facebook is all about engagement. I really appreciate your engagement very much. I thank you for your time that you spend together with me. Alright. So that's all my sharing for today. I'll see you again on Friday with another session of my Facebook Live. If I want to remind you, I'm doing Facebook Live now only 2 times a week, not 6 times a week, alright? 2 times a week. But, I think it's sufficient enough. You want to follow me, then you come on Friday as well, the same time, alright? So, that's all from me here, Richard Quek from Malaysia, wishing you good night and goodbye.